Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to take a look at this 2015 BMW 740iL. This 740 is showing just over 61,000 miles. If you would like to see a high-resolution, detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data relating to this vehicle's remaining tire life, remaining brake pad life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll give you a quick condition overview on the interior and exterior of this luxury sedan, as well as showing you some of its interesting features. Starting here in the exterior, you're going to find the black gloss paint here in wonderful condition, and it's just gone through a detail shop. It received a light polish as well as a fresh coat of wax. As I'll show you on the trunk here, you can see a really nice finish, even in that direct sun. Really nice high gloss finish, almost a mirror. As you can see, it's just a really satisfying finish. As I make my way down the driver's side of the vehicle here, you're going to see that finish carry on to the nose of the vehicle. The hood just looks wonderful as well, as I'll show you there in the light. Oh, there we go. Just really nice glossy finish, as one would expect on a vehicle such as this one. Of course, looking at the wheels, 18-inch wheels, styled beautifully to match this luxury sedan styling. Really do appreciate the wheel choice from BMW. Of course, the driver's front wheel there is in wonderful condition. The most wear you'll find on any wheel is just here. I'd like to point that out to you. It's really hardly any, and it does not affect the outward appearance. Even if you just step back, it's hardly noticeable. Really nice wheels all around on this 740. Show you each corner specifically, as usual. Of course, you can see there, all of the wheels do look really nice and complement the styling so well. Carrying down the passenger side, of course, you're going to see that nice high gloss finish as well. And on the front fascia just here, you'll find minor scuff just there on the corner and a few rock chips throughout, but largely really nice condition. One headlight has just recently been replaced on the driver's side here. You can see brand new headlight. Really nice technology in these headlights, and that's a great repair to have done before purchase. Of course, looking at the hood as I take you down the passenger side, all of the chrome surrounds on the windows there are in wonderful shape. No water spotting or chipping there. Rear taillight lenses and chrome trim look wonderful up top. You'll find minor instances of touch-up used on the trunk lid just there, as well as that chrome trim. You'll find a small imperfection just there, but largely in really nice shape, and you can see those nice dual exhausts coming out the back. So next up, I'm going to make my way to the interior, but before I do, I'd like to point out, being the long wheelbase model, you may notice these rear doors just look massive, and that's because the long wheelbase is all added to that rear door. So being a long wheelbase, that adds about 5.5 inches, all of which is for the rear passenger's legroom. Just makes it such a wonderful place to sit in the back, and can really accommodate for anybody and be very comfortable. So I'll take you on a more in-depth tour of the rear seating in just a few moments here. But next up, let me hop to the interior, fire it up, and let you hear the engine running. Be right back. All right, so making our way to the interior, you're going to find the driver's seat in really nice condition. Even the outermost bolster looks really nice. The piping is still intact. Stitching looks nice as well. And the passenger seat is in even nicer condition, as one may expect. Really nice, comfortable place to be. All of the materials in the 7 Series feel very nice. Of course, one thing different on the 7 Series platform here is the grab handle is actually part of the wooden trim. And speaking of the wooden trim, you can see it carries all throughout the interior with these nice stainless look surrounding trim. Really a nice, luxurious look and feel to all of the trim in this interior. Of course, these gauges are really unique because they have kind of a blend of digital and analog gauges. You can see those chrome rings are fixed in place, but the digital screens find their way into the chrome rings to form a gauge. It's a really nice look, and I love how BMW has designed that gauge cluster. Of course, tons of information to be found in the gauge cluster. Of course, you can adjust your drive modes and select your gear, as well as a variety of other inputs in this area here by your gear selector, pardon me. You see the different sport modes, Comfort Plus, which is more of a 7 Series comfort setting. Of course, Eco Pro as well, which is going to change your gauges up to that nice kind of futuristic blue look. Takes away all of the unnecessary information. And of course, Sport is also going to have its own unique gauge cluster. That's just one of the many benefits of having a digital gauge cluster. Of course, your infotainment screen has tons of nice information. You could see the navigation screen utilizing those satellite images. Really high quality screen, looks beautiful and functions perfectly. Of course, you have tons of different audio inputs. You can of course hook your phone up via Bluetooth or aux port if you prefer. See these nice climate vents in great condition. All of the buttons here in the center controls are in wonderful shape. The most minor wear on that lower fan speed button to the right of your temperature dial there, but that is hardly any wear, and it's very impressive for these switches as they tend to wear out on these vehicles. So this one is in largely very nice condition. Of course, just under here you do have a power outlet as well as an ashtray, which is very clean. There's no strange odors in this vehicle. Of course, you do have cup holders as well. As I mentioned, the gear selector, as well as a nice leather center console, plenty spacious with a couple power outlets and aux port in there as well. Very nice plush armrest for you. Everything you touch in this interior feels very high quality, as one may expect on a 7 Series. Of course, you have the nice big sunroof as well, which you can open up if you wish, letting in some of that nice spring air here in New England. Of course, this also has the heated and electronically adjustable steering wheel controlled just here. Another awesome feature to have in New England especially. So as you can see, the engine's running off of a cold start, starting to warm up now. I'm going to take you up to the hood and let you hear the engine running uninterrupted. Be right back. So under the hood, featured on the 740iL, is BMW's N55 power plant. You may know this engine from their vehicles such as the 335 and 435 sport sedans. It's just a wonderful straight six turbocharged platform, 315 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. When paired with that beautiful ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, it's just a phenomenal power plant, smooth power delivery, and so many gears to choose from. The car will always be right in the sweet spot. Of course, as you can see through the engine bay, it's very clean as I take you on a bit more of a detailed tour here. All of the plastics look wonderful. And you can hear the engine is idling quite happily. You can see no oil sweating around the cap, or as you look down at some of these other parts, you find it to be in very nice condition. Next up, I'm going to take you to a tour of the rear seating area, and I'll see you there. So approaching the rear seating area, of course, you have these massive rear doors. Open right up, no problem. You can see a very clean rear seating arrangement here. Nice plush, comfortable leather seating and a nice big armrest with some storage inside and cup holders as well. This can also be stowed away and double as a third seat for your rear passengers. Now, of course, I'm about 6'4". Keep that in mind, and I'm sitting behind where I would comfortably drive this 7 Series, and you can just see the massive amount of legroom I have in this interior. It's a beautiful place to sit back here. Of course, you also have these drop-down mirrors, which are lit as well for both rear passengers, as well as individual reading lights if necessary. Of course, the rear heated seats are heated. Pardon me, the rear seats are heated, as well as individual climate controls for each rear passenger, and you have a couple power outlets just below there. Of course, just again, this massive amount of legroom can really stretch out comfortably. I'm just about laying down at this point. It's just a wonderful place to be driven around in the back of your 740iL. And of course, it gives you a beautiful view of that awesome BMW interior just for the front passengers. So lastly, I'm going to take you around to the trunk. Again, with such large rear seating area, you must assume that the trunk wouldn't be very large, but of course it is just massive. You could throw some golf clubs in here, just about anything you'd need to fit. Very deep trunk. As I back out a little bit, may give you a better perspective. It's plenty spacious. Of course, we have 4 very nice floor mats for this vehicle, all in really nice condition. Of course, all of the trim in here looks very nice. The carpet's very clean. And as I mentioned, very spacious. You have this nice net to separate other cargo, but if you would like, it can easily be stowed away to open up the trunk space just that little bit more. Very nice feature to have. As we're back up front, I can show you the headlights when they're on. Very cool lighting technology. Of course, if you're seeing a flickering on video, that's just a product of the camera's frame rate interfering with the lighting. I can assure you in person, they just look perfect and are in awesome working condition. But if you have any further questions related to the 740iL, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There you will find all relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful day. Thank you.